psychological viewpoint of the human. They see the human as they see the human as divinity who forgot itself. That we're all divine, we're all one with God, but we forgot that and we identify with this thing called the ego. And the whole spiritual path is to move beyond small self, small ego, and move into your truer nature, which is divine in that nature. So that's what really inspires me. And to this day, it's like that inner awakening, just awakening beyond that personal small self. Like, hi, I'm, 47 years old, I'm a man. I mean, that's small identity. The whole goal is to experience something larger. And that's, again, more of a mystic traditional way of looking at things, or a mystical way of looking at things. Because if you read St. Teresa of Avila, John of the Cross, which are Catholic mystics, they sound very similar to what Hinduism believes about the person. So that's another reason why I was attracted to Hinduism and what keeps me involved with it. And the fourthly is the spiritual technologies. And what I mean by that, that's a weird word, but the different practices of moving beyond the small mindset, meditation, breathwork, expanding consciousness. I never used drugs, but a lot of people found their way to Hinduism through mind-expanding drugs, because that tradition is very open to mind expansion. And those meditation techniques are mind-expanding. And I've had some really profound, beautiful awakenings through that. So that's another, like the Western traditions of Islam and Christianity really focus on, do you believe correctly? And that doesn't go much for me. That doesn't go anywhere for me. I don't think God cares what I believe, personally. So it's not like I'm going to get a litmus test when I'm going to check off these boxes. Do you believe this? Do you believe that? I don't think it works that way. So the fifth thing about Hinduism that I find interesting is that it's intellectually wide open. I go through phases of agnosticism and atheism, but I still meditate. So even Hinduism can include even an agnostic mindset or an atheistic mindset. And it's just a wide open intellectual inquiry. That you don't have to believe this, and if you don't believe that, you're off. You're wrong. So intellectually, it provides a lot of freedom, and that to me is really important. So, is there any question? I just want to open it up in general. I just kind of rambled on a little bit about my experience of it. I can answer specific questions about Hindu mindset to begin with. Yes?
Can you describe the meditation process in more detail?
It's like describing a strawberry. I can talk about it all you want, but until you have one, you don't know what a strawberry is. Meditation, one way of looking at it is that you're moving from a surface level of the mind down to subtler levels of the mind. And there's different techniques to do that. One of the ways is following the breath. Another way is repeating a mantra in a particular way, mentally. But the whole process is to take the surface of the mind and slowly, the mind wants to go outward. Oh, what's going on here? It likes to be involved with the senses. And meditation's a reverse of that, pulling it away from the senses, sense involvement of seeing, hearing, and moving into subtler realms of thinking until you find that place where you're awake, but you're not thinking any particular thought. And we all experience this naturally. Sometimes you may notice right when you wake up, you're awake, but you're really not aware where you're at or who you are yet. That's a real subtle meditative space. You lose identity with if you've had that experience, it's very pleasant, very peaceful. So that's a meditative state, and how to get there, there's lots of ways to how to get there. But I usually find meditation is an act of effortless effort. You're not trying to meditate, you just, it's hard to describe. If you try to meditate, you're trying too hard. The key is how to be effortless and yet still meditate and not just daydream. And I know that's not a very clear answer. But the forms of meditation I've been exposed to is breathing meditation, where you focus on the breath, meditation using mantras or words to focus on in an effortless kind of way so that you move to the subtler levels of the mind. I can't teach it right now. So I don't know if that answered it or addressed it a bit.
No, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Back there. These are great questions. So the question was, if Hinduism is about separation of the ego, what in our culture, let's see if I get this right, what is in our culture keeps us connected with the ego? Is that the question? Well, the first real common concept in Hinduism is what keeps us identified as body consciousness. Identifying with, I am a body. I'm this big. And this body has needs. Hunger. It needs for pleasure. It needs to be feeling safe. I mean, think about it. Every idea